So the Kansas City Chiefs just lost to the Detroit Lions 20-21 in a game that I said literally could have gone either way. I literally said if the Chiefs don't have Travis Kelce, chances are the Lions were going to win. And then I said they did have Travis Kelce. Obviously, the Chiefs were most likely going to find a way to win. And what I said exactly happened in this game. They didn't have Travis Kelce, and they lost this game. Now, congratulations to the Lions. They looked really good in this game. Their offense, it wasn't perfect, but it looked, pretty good. They didn't look like the same old Lions before, but they looked pretty good. Their defense was pretty good, too. So, yeah, the Lions look pretty good in this game. But obviously, I'm not here to talk about the Lions. I'm here to talk about the unfortunate Kansas City Chiefs, who unfortunately in that second half, they looked pretty bad. And I'm talking about their offense. Their defense, they did all they could in this game. But in the end, they gave up that touchdown that would have ended up costing the game. But their offense was the main source of the problem as to why they lost this game. Their receivers didn't look good in this game. And you all know the guy I'm going to talk about in particular, right? I'm a Giants fan, so I'm not going to hold back. Kadarius Toney, 3 drops. One of them went back for a pick 6. One of them could have gone for a touchdown. 2 of them actually could have gone for a touchdown. One of them could have got y'all the game winner in this game, and y'all lost because of that. This receiving core is going to be a problem. This receiving core is filled with too many guys who are either, unexperienced or, not necessarily a receiver that's going to take the top off a defense or is a consistent threat every night. Like Marquez Valdes-Scantling, he's a good receiver, but he's not a receiver who can be consistent every night. That's going to be a problem. Obviously, you have Travis Kelce, but you can't sit here and count on Travis Kelce to catch every single pass from Patrick Mahomes. Let's look at the other receivers. Sky Moore, was not good in this game either. But Kadarius Toney wasn't any better. Rashee Rice, I didn't really see him much more in this game. I think he was getting that 1 touchdown. I don't remember seeing him anymore after that, though. The fact that Justin Ross didn't get that many snaps is criminal. He had a really good training camp. I don't know why exactly they weren't giving him any more snaps. But maybe something I don't know. Maybe something the Chiefs, know that we don't know. I really don't know. Be precise on how bad his receiving core was. When Patrick Mahomes targeted him in the second half, they went awful 2 for 12. So, yeah, that's how bad this receiving core was in this second half. And coming into the offseason, I had my questions about this receiving core. I said, were one of these guys going to be able to, break out? Now, obviously, there's still time. So, obviously, this is going to be a huge week with overreaction. It happens, but it's still, something that needs to be talked about and addressed pretty early on. Like, can Sky Moore break out? Will Kadarius Toney bounce back? Travis Kelce, I expect him to be back, so I'm not really too worried about that. But will the injury affect him? I would say all season. According to the Chiefs, it shouldn't, but obviously the question is still there regardless. Like I said, what did I say? Can Kadarius Toney break out and finally bounce back? We'll see. Can Sky Moore break out? We'll see. Can Rashee Rice have a good rookie year? We'll see. Can Marquez Valdes-Scantling prove that he's something more than, I guess, a wire or 2, wire 3 at best? Possibly, but I really don't see it. Can Justin Ross finally get some more snaps and finally break out? We'll see. But like I said, as you can see, this receiving core has a lot of problems. Oh, I forgot to talk about Richie James. Can he do something? He did a little something with the Giants. He proved he was, a valuable threat for the Giants. Can he be that for the Chiefs? It's possible if he was for the Giants. But then again, it was the Giants. The receiving core didn't really have a lot of options, but the Chiefs don't either. So, yeah, this receiving core has a lot of questions early on. It's only week 1. And I saw this earlier today. I was actually going to make a video about it. DeAndre Hopkins called out 4 teams that apparently didn't call him back, that he was on his list. The Giants, the 49ers, the Lions, and the Cowboys. One team that I found funny that he didn't mention was the Kansas City Chiefs. And those were one of the number 1 teams that was rumored to sign DeAndre Hopkins. Now, the real question I have is, why weren't the Chiefs the first team to be on DeAndre Hopkins, knowing they have no guy right now who's experienced enough to actually can call a wide receiver 1? That's the question I have. Why weren't they on top of this? Why weren't they on top of, DeAndre Hopkins? Why aren't they on top of Mike Evans right now, who could possibly get traded? There's a lot of guys who you could call out right now for this happening. Why weren't they on top of Brandon Cooks? There's a lot of guys who the Chiefs could have been on, and this receiver core would have been solid. So like I said, hella questions you can answer right now for this. Hella questions for the Chiefs right now. But maybe they're offensively discombobulated because their best threat in Travis Kelce was out. Maybe that's just a huge overreaction. In week 2, they'll bounce back and they'll recover. Maybe that's what we're seeing right now. That's probably the issue, man, y'all. So maybe this is just a huge overreaction for me. In week 2, we'll see a whole different Chiefs offense. But at the end of the day, like I said, this receiving core still needs to be addressed. There's still a lot of problems with this receiving core that you know are going to have to be looked at as, is this receiving core good enough? That's it. That's all I'm asking. So the Chiefs offense, pitiful. The defense, despite the fact they didn't have Chris Jones, I got to give him credit. I thought this defense was going to look really bad without Chris Jones. It was solid. Not perfect, obviously, but it was solid considering one of their best defensive players, where their best defensive player was gone. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. It looked pretty good despite that fact. So right now, yeah, I'm going to overreact a little bit because I don't like the way this receiving core looks. We'll find out week 2 if it's just smoke and mirrors or if the receiving core really doesn't have a lot of questions. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Y'all already know what to do. If y'all haven't yet, go and subscribe to my channel. Tap the bell icon. It's been your boy Philly, and I'm out.
Mask gon' fuck it, 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 mask got 50 lights in Randolph, tryna blast off, he wasn't in the face. In my way, for a nigga better go pray. I'ma send kill where he stay. Walking down a little nigga, a minor with a micro Drake. The drop him, we score, nigga, no one play.